so many of our health problems, and I think it's one of the first domino that falls,
Mhm.
poor digestive function and stress. I think those are the two root causes of so many other health complications.
Right.
And again, those are the first two dominoes that fall. And I always say, it's not just what you eat, but it's how you eat. I said the first one is, the only thing you should feel after eating is less hungry. But so many people, and here's maybe not the difference between men and women, but when they would fill out my health questionnaire for whatever health complication they had, they'd
Mhm.
come accurately, for lack of a
Mhm.
better way of saying they lied, but they were not
Yeah, I
filling in the
really
section
yeah,
honestly about,
yeah.
how bloated, gassy, poopy, squirty they were. But a week and a half, 2 weeks later, they'd come back and say, "Hey, doc, I'm doing a whole lot better. I've been following what you've been saying. And this section here, I wasn't really very honest with you on that. But yeah, I was kind of embarrassed to sit there and tell you how bad that was." And I've learned through this over the years in practice, people and women and men are more than happy to tell you if their blood pressure's high, if their allergies are crazy, if their hormones are whacked out, but they never tell you how bloated, gassy, burpy, poopy, and they feel and everything. That's just something
Yeah.
you never talk about.
Okay. And yeah, expound on that. Like, why do you think that they don't want to address that?
Yeah, I don't know. What's going to be the motivating factor? And I've had someone ask me, what's the motivating factor for people getting healthy? Well, a lot of times people don't realize that that's really the first stone that falls, the first domino, right? That all the distress. Think about this, Trey. When you put food in your body, it's designed to what? Nourish your body, not
Nourish, yeah.
just make you feel like, oh, yummy cupcakes, right? But it's designed to nourish your body. And
Right,
but if
right.
you first put it in, what I say, step one, do no harm to your tummy, you get bloated, gassy, all these other symptoms. That tells me you're not extracting the macronutrients from the food you just ate. It could be the best grass fed, organic, this, that, and the other. But if you're not, if it explodes inside your tummy, you're not extracting the nutrients out of there. You're not
Mhm.
you're not able to break down the micronutrients, get the vitamins and minerals out of that to help your body function. And so that's what I think people miss all the time. And I mean, I can't tell you how many people say, "Well, doc, my diet's pretty good. I'm eating all this rare, this lean, this grass
Mhm.
fed, yada yada yada." But when I look at their symptomatology, that's really bad. That's not that's
Right.
telling me what you're putting in is good, but you're doing a bad job breaking it down. So let's fix that. Let's address that here. And so that goes to what I always say. Number two, as far as eating right, is is it what you eat? How you eat, is it what you eat, the bad combinations, just the wrong kind of foods, too much processed this, and it could be,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
But there's a lot of people that are eating organic this and high grain this and grass fed that, and they still have all these symptoms because maybe it's more how they eat on the run, on the go, in the car, in a hurry. And I always tell everybody, here's one thing that your doctors won't give you. And some of them will tell you, but it's really not the emphasis. The prescription should be sit, eat, and relax. Because when you sit, eat, and relax, you allow your resting digestive system to turn on. And this is going
Mhm.
to help your body break down its food. And you have two systems. You have a resting digesting system. You have a fight or flight system. And I
Okay.
think I'm sure many of your audience have heard of that, but
Mhm.
they don't work together at the same time. When it's time to fight or flight, it turns off, and digestive health is, your body's not worried about processing that nice steak you had. It's about just
Yeah,
running and fleeing and
I get you.
surviving, right?
Right.
But that's what happens. We're eating on the go, on the run. How many drive-through restaurants do we have out there? People flying in there trying to
Most
eat.
definitely.
They have 30, 45 minutes to eat. They finish their great workout, yet they hustle, 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 and it's go, go, go. Are they allowing their body to break down the food they put in their body? And so,
Mhm.
they'll show me, "Yeah, this is what I eat. This is my workout." Yeah, your workout's great. The nutrients you're eating is great, but it's how you're eating. And I
Mhm.
and I like to use this analogy and see if it makes sense to you. You know, they there's not a prescription that you can give you to say, "Hey, sit, eat, and relax." But if you watch any old classic movie, Braveheart, Gladiator, right? You
Mhm.
don't see them on their way to work, riding down on the horse to go battle or go do whatever, swinging a sword in one hand and a turkey leg in the
Right.
other, right?
Right,
But that's
right.
how we here in America live our life. People are just going,
Yeah,
going, going, and just trying to eat what they can to get going, to get where they need to go.
yeah.